everyone, I'm Michelle Thompson, the lead designer at Grey Isle Design, and today we are on site at one of our recent projects in Toronto. It is a full gut renovation, almost 6,000 square feet, and has a really refined European feel to it. I can't wait to take you through some of the spaces. My career into design was not really linear. I've always been in creative professions. I actually started off the first decade of my career in public relations and pivoted into design. It was a really great fit because my husband is a builder and we were doing our own projects, and it just kind of grew by word of mouth and referral. And now we run Grey Isle Design full time. So I would say that my design style is very much elevated but livable. We love using organic materials. We love mixing in vintage and collected pieces to really give our clients spaces that feel enduring and timelessness, but still have all the contemporary functionalities that you would expect in a luxe renovation. We are now in the living room, and this space was very important to me because it is quite literally the first thing you see off the front entrance. So I wanted it to really give the feel of the whole house. We have these beautiful custom walnut inset built-ins. We also have this beautiful curved detail to the fireplace surround, and then of course some elements to soften it up. The window coverings in here are my go-to favorite shade. They are the Liz Linen in the beige white, and I love them because they go with so many different white wall paint colors. This is Simply White, which is one of my go-to shades, and it just pairs so complementary. They're not too stark. They really, once again, just soften the space. And again, we did that French triple pleat, which is my favorite. We are in one of 3 kids' rooms at this project, and there are a few really standout design details that I want to show you. First of all is this very cool micro checker wallpaper, and I might be a little bit biased because this is actually from my own collection. We really wanted it to almost look as though this had been hand tiled from far away. So there's a lot of variation in the tones and colors of the checker. And I just think it turned out so sweet, paired with this half wall wainscoting. We painted this in old white by Farrow and Ball. And then kind of the finishing touch were these beautiful, beautiful window coverings. They are a beige white linen, and we did it with the triple pleat, which is one of my favorite styles. And my tip for hanging these is always to go a bit higher and wider than the actual window to really accentuate the size of it and kind of elongate it versus closing it off. We are in one of my favorite rooms in this project. Once again, we have one of my own wallpaper designs. This time it is the mini organic bloom. So you can tell in here we definitely went more feminine, and we paired it with this really fun contrast trim that we also continued onto the ceiling. And that is Farrow and Ball setting plaster. It's one of my favorite colors. And we brought in also a beautiful light fixture that kind of feels like an art piece on its own. Again, it has those really rosy tones to it. Lastly, we went with these beautiful thick linen Sara Lee curtains. This is in the copper shade, and I love that it still has the florals for the pattern play, but it really does ground the room and bring a bit of depth so that it doesn't feel overly girly. We are now in the primary suite of this project, which is such a great space. It is so calm and zen. We did a full color drenched lime wash in here, which really just adds to that tranquil feel that also matches the beautiful linen window coverings in this sandy beige shade that I absolutely love. So in its original state, this home was very much 1970s. It hadn't been remodeled or updated at all, but like I said, it really had good bones. The main challenges in this project were really increasing those ceiling heights and natural light for what a modern buyer expects of a home. It is also so large that making sure the design was cohesive throughout the entire space was really top of mind for me. We solved for these issues by vaulting all of the ceilings throughout the home, which made such a difference. And we also pretty much quadrupled the window sizes everywhere. We also added some really strategically placed skylights to allow more natural light in. And as far as the design, we made sure to keep everything really refined, really timeless hardscape selections, and bringing cohesive elements that repeated throughout the home. Window coverings are such an important part of my design process because they add so much interest to the space, as well as privacy and light protection for our clients. So they're really a non-negotiable. And I love using TWOPAGES because not only can you customize the panel length, but you can customize the panel width. They have so many beautiful finishes. You can customize the privacy lining, and it just gives you so much control as a designer to get the perfect look for any one of your spaces. I would say that overall, my design style is really a mix of classic and contemporary to deliver a timeless and enduring design. And what I hope is that all of my clients will see their spaces and not only be in love with them, but feel really compelled that they can live in the spaces and that nothing is too precious and it's really catered to them and they can enjoy all of the textures and layers.